Hi guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. Lots of people still are asking me, why don't you show your face when you make YouTube videos? And it's not because I haven't found my good side, but it's because of reasons like this Russia blogger who boasted about crypto world beaten and robbed for 425,000 US dollars. That is a lot of money, but it's not about the money only, it's about being obviously robbed and beaten. And I don't want to become the next statistic. Now, I'm not saying that all of us will get robbed or beaten, but unfortunately, I personally am quite transparent when it comes to how much I'm making, how much I'm earning, what's my holdings. And I have decided that initially when I started my channel, I'm gonna not show my face simply because I don't want to be one of those people. That is the exact reason why I never actually showed my face on any of my YouTube videos. I just never know who is obviously watching, who knows me. You know, and criminals tend to be following things like this. We can see it happening time and time, you know, not just with cryptocurrency, obviously with many other things, people getting robbed, especially when they do show what they have in the house, how much they have, and all these things. I don't want to be the next person, guys. I mean, it's one of those things. Yes, my channel is probably suffering because of this. Maybe my YouTube subscribers count is not as big as some other YouTubers, and not because my content is not as good, but maybe because people don't trust when they don't see face. But I prefer maybe to be not be trusted as much, but to be you know, a little bit safer for my personal health and safety, and not just for myself but for my family as well. I mean, you know, you can't come up, in my opinion, on YouTube and show that you hold, like some YouTubers, especially a few millions of dollars worth of crypto, and not expect someday that something could happen. I mean, I've said it even on previous videos that I'm still surprised how people kind of keep going on about how much they're making, showing this huge amount of money, and at the same time showing their faces, pretty much where they live, what they do, and all these things. I don't expect that you know, eventually something could happen. I mean, we've seen robberies you know, happening to people with security and bodyguards and things like this, and us normal people boasting about holding so much crypto is like nothing. I mean, you wouldn't see probably the same people showing their faces and saying, oh, I'm holding you know, 1 million US dollars in my house, but at the same time you do see them showing, oh, I'm holding 1 million, 2 million, half a million, whatever worth of crypto, and growing, and showing your face and things like that. I just wouldn't do it, guys. I mean, it's crazy. And here is the results. You do these things and you could end up being one of those people, unfortunately. It's very sad. And looking at, obviously there is an interview in the hospital with Pavel, which is the blogger, and it reminds me what was the actual reason as why I decided right from the get-go not to show my face. Yeah, there are times that when people do ask me, I feel like maybe I should start obviously recording myself, so maybe I get a little bit more trust, I get a bit more YouTube subscribers. But in the end of the day, I think safety, it's more important than YouTube subscribers. If people obviously like your channel, they will subscribe. It doesn't matter if they see your face or not, and if they don't, they won't subscribe. It's simple as that. So a Russian cryptocurrency investor and blogger known online as Pavel was attacked and robbed in his home in Leningrad Oblast the night of January 14. The assailant stole funds worth 24 million rubles, $425,000 cash. Apparently he was called he had this money in a safe in his house, and they took the safe in the end as they knew there was cash in the house, and in it was a sum equivalent to 24 million rubles, as well as a lot of essential documents. It's crazy, you know, holding that amount of money, first of all, in your house. But I guess why are we in cryptocurrency? It's because we want to cut the middleman. We want to obviously cut the banks, don't use the banks, because we do give our money to the banks and they give us nothing. And in some cases, when you go and ask for your money back, they even say, no, you need to fill up this document, you gotta wait for a couple of days, couple of weeks, why do you need the money, and all these things. So I'm not surprised to see this, as well as I'm not saying anything bad about Russia, but obviously we have heard, especially in certain countries, that yeah, you hold money in banks, and in a certain point you may find out that you have no money. The banks you know, files from bankrupt, or anything could happen when you actually give your money to the banks. Just like when we hold cryptocurrency in an exchange, it's not in your possession, you don't control it, you don't hold it, and you could lose it. But unfortunately, if you boast about it, you could end up losing it even when you are holding it. So he was posting about the money in his channel and on meetings of bloggers. Apparently, the 23 years old, which is quite young, which is nice to see people being very successful. And I've said it you know, before, I'm personally myself young as well, and it's incredible what we are all able to achieve thanks to cryptocurrency and change our life. But we must be careful. I think more and more people could end up being the statistic and being obviously a target, simply because it looks like in order for some people especially to be very successful, they have to keep boasting about how much cryptocurrency they have rather than keeping it a bit more quiet. I don't mind showing obviously what I have, simply because I know my face is not shown out there. So unless you know me personally, a very close friend of mine or my family, nobody knows who I am really and where I live and how much. I mean, they know how, let's say, how much I'm holding in terms of crypto, but I don't know me. So I can feel kind of like in danger when I'm walking down the street, or that someone could end up getting in my house in the middle of the night and try to rob me. Because, you know, obviously I'm holding the ledger, I'm holding the password, and the crypto is inside. If someone gets in, they can get the ledger. Of course, if I'm in danger, I'm going to end up giving them the private keys, and that's it. It's all gone. So the 23 years old from San Pedro has previously made known about his success online while advising on how to become rich from cryptocurrency, which is what most of the YouTube channels are doing at the moment. According to Russian language cryptocurrency news outlet Forklog, Nishan is the founder of the YouTube channel on crypto trading that has almost 15,000 subscribers. Now, it doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but I guess enough to get robbed, unfortunately. You could have 1,000 subscribers, you can have 500 subscribers, that doesn't matter. If you have cryptocurrency, if you have money, and if you show it, sooner or later someone that has bad intentions will see it, and unfortunately may come after you. This is his channel, you can go and check it out, and as you can see in a lot of his pictures, he does use thumbnails that he is holding quite a huge amount of money. I don't understand the titles, I don't speak Russian myself, but we can clearly see that he is obviously posting about money, how much he is making, possibly talking about how much you could be making, what he is doing, and he must have at a certain point even shown that he is probably holding, you know, $500,000 in his house. It's the nature of human, it's the human nature to kind of like flash yourself and show yourself, oh, look how much I've made, look how much I have, or especially when you're at young age, to kind of like flash in front of your friends and other people and boast about what you have and how much you've made and all these things and how good you are and such a success. And he's not the only one. There have been obviously other incidents like this. Recently there was the kidnapping of the Exmo Exchange CEO Pavel Lerner. What a coincidence, Pavel as well, who was kidnapped in Ukrainian capital Kiev and only released on payment of 1 million ransom late last month. Prior to that, Ukrainian security personnel allegedly tried to steal funds from Anatoly Kaplan, founder of CEO of Forklog, in the raid of his place of residence as well as a Forklog office in Odessa. Now obviously most of this, as we can see, has been happening in Ukraine, Russia and places like this, but let's be honest with each other. Criminals can strike at any country, it doesn't matter where we live. No one is safe, especially when you're showing money and you have no security. There is nothing to stop them to come in and or go after you. That's it, guys. That's all I wanted to share with you. Hope you enjoyed this, quick video. Take our mind off what's happening currently on the market. Just hold on. I'm watching few prices up in there. They have slightly recovered from early on, and everything's gonna be okay. But in the meantime, let's stay safe and be careful if you are showing money and your face, because that could be one of us, unfortunately. Hopefully not. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the channel, feel free to subscribe and share. You won't be seeing, unfortunately, my face anytime soon, but hopefully you do enjoy the content. So if you do, you can obviously subscribe and share, and you can come and follow me on Twitter as well, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.